Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Cindy, and thank you for coming. Sorry for the notifications. If anybody knows how to turn the notifications off on your, computer while you're live, let me know because I have done this before and I always forget to check on that, to check on how to turn off notifications while you're doing a video. Well, on this channel, I have a lot of videos about teaching, and I really love teaching online with VIP Kid and other companies, and made a lot of videos. And you may not realize that some of us who are teacher friends, we connected online. We connected as friends, and some of us have YouTube channels. I just got done watching Kelly Tagg's channel. She is a teacher. She works for VIP Kid and Outschool, and last year she had a public school teaching job. And she made a video about 17 different interviews that she went on, and the final video the final job that she took. And that was a really awesome video. So thank you, Kelly. She watches a lot of my videos. I hope she
How did that kill
sees.
me, bro?
I'm making a video, Evan. Boy, it is noisy in here today. I only have one kid. He's over there playing a video game. And so I thought I would come on here and talk about what I'm doing. I am now teaching in person, and I taught last year. This was my second year at a school that I work at. Uh, During COVID, we did homeschool for a year, and before that, I worked at a different school. And this is the third Christian school that I've taught that's in my general area, and my kids go there to school as well. So I just had one of my last three kids graduate, and he is going to be working at a heating and air conditioning type position. And it looks really promising for him. So that's exciting. And I have two more boys that are in school. My last boy has 3 more years. So I have 3 more years to get my kids through school. So it's been a long, long process with 13 children, getting them all through school. So, what am I doing this summer? Well, I found a list online about things that teachers do for the summer. Okay, I just kind of looked it up randomly. What do teachers do? What are some of the things that teachers look forward to do besides teaching during the summer? Maybe read a good book. A lot of teachers have books that they would like to read, but maybe they're too busy. They might teach something. Last summer, I did some teaching online for Outschool, and I made pretty good money, but that program did not run this year. So I'm not really teaching right now. Learn something new. That's a good thing. Plan for the future. Some kind of professional development, meetings with your school. Maybe you're going to coach, do some kind of coaching during the summer, volunteer, do some volunteer work in your community. Maybe, shop around and update your supplies, decorate your classroom, recharge, and sleep. Yes, I have enjoyed some days I've been able to sleep in, and that has been a really good blessing. I actually like the idea of working as a teacher because I have 9 months to teach, and then I do have vacations and days off during the year. And then I also have my summer to be able to do some things that I wasn't able to do during the year. It is pretty busy and packed during the school year. So I always do keep a running list of things I want to do when I have time. So those are some random things that teachers like to do during the summer. And now I would like to tell you some things that I have been doing for the summer. And reading is definitely something that I have been doing. I will either read a book or I will get a book on the Audible. And that is something that I like to do when I'm driving, just kind of listen to something. I do not really listen to the random radio. It used to be you just turn on the radio and you listen to whatever's on there. but I usually have something planned that I'll listen to. And if I'm by myself, I just put it on the speakers. If I'm with my kids, a lot of times they have something they're doing. And so I'll just listen to a book myself. So that is something I've been enjoying doing. And I've also been enjoying going to the library, checking out books, and that kind of thing as well. Another thing I've been able to do is spend time with family. And I'm going to go ahead and do this little thing here. Spend time with family. I've been, my mother, has needed some help getting to some appointments, and I'm going to make this a little bigger. And I've been able to help her, like, just go to the appointments and help her out a little bit. And then also, I've been able to spend some time with my grandkids as well. Trying to see how this will show up. Oh, there it is. Okay. Interesting. It's backwards. Oh, I think I'm doing a Manicam thing, and I probably don't have the text is mirrored or something. I have never had this problem before. Oh my goodness. Lots of notifications today. I'm not sure if you guys can see that backwards or not. I'm going to check. I want to be able to see this. Okay, so I see that on YouTube it's okay. Just when I'm looking at it, it looks backwards. Okay. So spending time with family, my grandkids, my mom, even my own kids, we've gone to the beach. Okay, so that's another thing. Go to the beach. We went to the beach. We flew some kites. I do have some videos on some kite flying that we did the day we went. The kites went crazy. We had one kite that I had some extra string, 2 sets of extra string, and my son tied it together and got the kites to go all the way up, and it was awesome, and I put a few videos on. We've also been able to do some camping, which I don't normally do. My daughter and her husband have a real camper, like, the hard camper, like the House on Wheels. They have one of those, and we went camping with them, and we set up the camper. Well, they set up their camper, and then we had a tent. They set up the tent for us a few weeks ago. We did that together. So that was really fun. And so we've done some camping. Yeah, a couple days ago, we drove up to where they were camping close by. That was really great. So what else have we done for activities? Going on walks and just enjoying the free time. Okay, so I've been able to do some yard work. That's been very exciting. We've done a lot of yard work. I've done some gardening. I'm going to write that in. Okay, I have a small garden this year. I did put a video on about that. I just didn't have the energy to be too big, but I did want to do something. And so I'm excited about that. We have some cucumber plants, tomato plants, some, I think, cauliflower, peppers, different things like that. And I also have my tower garden still. I chose to keep it inside because last year when we went on vacation, we went during August and it was really hot and it killed all my plants. So I wanted to go ahead and just leave it inside and see what happens. So I want to show you a couple pictures. I'm just going to hold up my phone. So this is my tower garden. The lettuce that I have on there is really wilty. So I don't know. It's really strange. My other lettuce I had last time was very crisp, but I have my first 2 peppers on my tower garden. So that's very exciting. I will be eating those soon. And I also have some strawberries. Now, this is after I picked a few. So I've got one strawberry plant I want to make several plants And so that's been really great. My tower garden keeps me busy. I took it all apart, cleaned it, and started over with some seed plants. So that was really fun. Okay, yard work, gardenings. Okay, we have, we heat with wood. So this is some wood that we stacked on Saturday. So we still have a lot more to go. We have a splitter. We're going to split all the wood and stack it. And we have, this is 2 rows, and then there's 2 rows behind that. And there's another row on the side that we didn't burn from last year. So hopefully that will be enough. We have a lot more to split and to stack coming up. So that's been good to get that into that. We've had some help. So I also have a project. So I want to show you. I've been working on this crocheted blanket, and I've decided to go ahead and make this. I'm making this for my son who is married, and I haven't really made them anything at this point. I just want to make, for some reason, I just feel like I want to make my kids something so they can remember me. And they can know that I love them, right? Spend time and pray for them while I'm making it, and just think about them. And when they have it, hopefully they appreciate it, because it takes a little bit of time. So it has a heart in the middle, and it's made with all like the granny square pattern. And then up here, there's a different style pattern. And it's not quite done, but we're getting there. So this has been fun to work on. And I'm planning on making a few more projects, and I want to put them in our local fair, which is the end of September. So that is what I'm planning to do with that, to make some things and to put them into the fair. Yeah. So I have some more plans for that as well, but I'm not going to mention it right here. But, that's something we can do during the summer, is we can plan ahead for things that are happening. Oh, Luann, hey. I was just thinking about you too. I haven't talked to you in a while. So, yeah, I'm glad that you were thinking of me. Maybe we were thinking of each other at the same time. So, Luann is a fellow teacher friend from online, and I've had some great time talking to her. We have a video interview on my channel as well. And my channel is up to 700, I think 729 subscribers. So anyone who's watching this video, please go ahead and subscribe. I plan to put on more videos about, kind of centered around education, teaching, home life, things like that. And this is just a live. I used to do live once a week on a Saturday, but since I am not teaching for VIP Kid anymore, my content has been a little bit random. So I'm trying to kind of get some, what is the word, vision for the future of my channel. So it might be really exciting, to stay tuned. So anyway, so I'm making a project. I also made a really cute project for my grandson. I don't know if I showed you guys this, but my grandson was born in February, the last day of February. And I had started a blanket because I knew that he was going to be born, but then I had problems trying to finish it. But then when I went to I had to finish it before he was born. And the funniest thing was that he loved it. He's only a tiny, tiny baby, and it's still his favorite blanket. He's now 4 months old. It was fun to make. It's the first time I ever made a blanket like that. And this was one certain type of yarn, and this is crocheting. And I just, it was one type of yarn, and I just figured I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a chevron pattern, and the yarn changed colors, and he loved it. So that was really exciting. So another thing is to make videos. I've been going to some meetings at our library and made a couple videos, and just making videos about camping, things we do as a family. putting up random videos right now because I'm just kind of in a random video mode. Something that teachers can do, even if you're not a video maker, the summer's a good time to learn how to make videos. And I've also been spending a lot of time in my community. So I've been going to a lot of community meetings. In our town, we have selectmen meetings, and they are sort of I don't know, I kind of like the highest level of government in our town would be the selectmen, and we have 5 selectmen. Then we have planning boards, we have budget committee, we have school board, which I'm on the school board now, so of course I have to go to all those meetings, which is a lot of work. Just sitting there is a lot of work. And so our school board meetings can go from 6:30 to 10 o'clock. And if you go past 10 o'clock, everybody has to vote. If, okay, it's 9:45, everybody votes, and you say, are you willing to go past 10 o'clock? And we look at what kind of things we have to do. And if one of the 5 says no, it's a no. So everybody has to agree, or we call it a night. So that's interesting. There have been a few times that we've gone over 10 o'clock and nobody really wanted to, but we knew we had to, wrap a few things up. So it's been a really good experience to see how all of this stuff works in our town. So I've been going to lots of town meetings, and we also have the meetings online. So on our community cable station. And so we are able to watch whatever you don't see in person, you could watch on the community cable station. We also have meetings at our library. And so I've been going to those as well, talking to the people who run the library. We have a director of the library, and we also have 3 trustees. The trustees are elected by the people in the community, and then they in turn hire a director, and the director is a paid employee of the town, and they kind of run the library, and they help hire new helpers in the library. I think we have like 3 full-time librarians and a few helpers, like part-time people and things like that. Well, I have helped a friend of mine become a library trustee in our town, and it turned out that she had to resign because of her health. And I put her video on my channel, and her name was Virginia, and we had a blast making that video. It was so much fun. But I didn't realize that she had an illness that was like just flared up when right at the time of her election. And it was very exciting that she won, but she had to resign. And then it's been a few months, and I went ahead and ran in her place, and I was chosen by the selectmen in our town to fill her spot. So I will be the next library trustee in my town. So we have 3 trustees. I will be the trustee until next March. And then I'll figure out, do I want to run and be elected by the community, or maybe we'll find someone else who would rather do it. I'm not sure. But for right now, I do consider it a privilege that I will be also a library trustee in my town. And so that's been something that I've been able to do in the evenings. The library trustee meetings are once a month, and there's been a group of parents that have been going to the meetings and just finding out more about how our library works. And I do have a video. I do have a video on my channel that is all about how to request books and how to reserve books from your public library. So that's how we can make a difference in our community, is by encouraging good things to happen. Just go into your library. If you have books that you really like and you want to be, available in your own public library, you need to go ahead and do it. And don't be afraid to do it. That's what the library's for. It's for all community members. So get involved in your own local community. I know I buy a lot of books. I have lots and lots of books. I've given away lots of books. I've gone to the library sales and bought books, but I really haven't requested the library to buy a lot of books. And just recently I realized, hey, I wanted to read this book. Like, I have a video on my channel where I did a book report on the Kaylee McEnany story. And her books are awesome. I got her first book, bought it myself, about the American Republic, and then she had a second book. Um, I think it was Such a Time as This, and then the third book was Serenity in the Storm. And they were all amazing, but I think the last one I liked the best. I thought it was really good because she had a lot of spiritual applications that she drew from current events that are going on in America right now. So I would totally recommend that. And I also have some other book recommendations that I plan to share on my channel in the near future. So those are some of the things that I've been doing this summer. What have you been doing, Luann? And I am really curious to know what my teacher friends are doing. Some of them might be just teaching because the online community is, teaching is available all year round. I did go and I am still on the list to teach for VIP Kid, but I did open some slots and I didn't get any bookings. So I think it's a little harder to get bookings now than it used to be. I'm not exactly sure, but my schedule is different too. And I'm kind of enjoying the time off. I'm also doing lots of decluttering, cleaning, trying to get my house in a better situation. It's really hard to get rid of stuff. So I have a lot of things. I also put some things on Marketplace for sale. So I'm hoping maybe I can make a few dollars. Well, that was another thing that I did this summer. We had two cars in our yard that we kept thinking we were going to fix for our kids, when they get to drive. And it just time kept going. And I said, we aren't going to fix these cars. So I cleaned them all out and had a bunch of phone calls and I went ahead and sold them for basically scrap metal. And I took that money and we were able to turn around and buy a car for my son who just got his license. So that worked out really good. So we cleaned up the yard and then we also turned that money over into a car that was actually running, because those cars had been sitting so long, they would need tires, brakes, and probably brake lines. And by the time you add all that up, it was going to be more than just, buying this used car that was sitting in the mechanic's yard. So that worked out really well. So these are some of the things that I've been doing this summer. I've got a lot of things going on. I'm hoping to finish this crochet blanket, I don't know, the next week or two. And then I have some other projects on the list. This is kind of like one of those things you can do two things at once when you're going to the meetings. Bring something to make or crochet, and or if you're driving in the car, or like last night, I just wanted to watch a movie. I just said, I'm just going to watch a movie and just zone out a little bit, stop thinking about current events, stop thinking about responsibilities, and just zone out. So that's what I did. And I got a lot of crocheting done. So what are you guys doing? Let me know below this video what you're doing and how you're filling your days. And I know that my teacher friends are all very resourceful and always up to something. I know a lot of people are still making videos. Also got a printer. I'm hoping that I can learn how to use this printer. I took a little course online. You may have seen it, all about making money with printables. I don't know if that's ever going to happen for me, but I did get the printer because if I do anything like in town or whatever, instead of paying someone else to do the printing, I can print it myself. Because I did spend a lot when I ran for school board. I spent over $1,200 for all of the stuff that I bought. And I figured, and some of it I didn't really use. I used all the signs, but I didn't really use all of the paper printables. So I thought, and I designed the thing myself. So I figured I could save myself a little money and just maybe help other people also in the process. So those are my things. I'm sure I could think of more because I do lots of different things. Variety is the spice of life. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Have a great day.